Mystical Force, Volume 2, Angels and Demons. A quick excerpt from the book, Chapter 6. Location: Catholic Church, Teikoku City, country of Oyashima. Sisters Rose, Simpson, Rodriguez, and Valentine arrived at the church. Rose rushed in first, only to stop and gasp in horror. There was Tokujin, nailed to a large wooden cross mounted on the wall. The sight of him in such a manner made her feel sick to her stomach. However, the other nuns didn't share her feelings. All they saw was a demon crucified, but still alive. Lying dead on the floor in front of them was the body of a priest, obviously Father Akira. Except for Rose, they all drew their guns and prepared to finish the job. Rose stood frozen. "Sister Rose, draw your weapon," Sister Simpson ordered. Rose just continued to stand there. "Draw your gun, girl," Sister Valentine added. "What are you waiting for?" Rose's mind was racing. She didn't know what to do. She had to do something, but what? She couldn't let them kill Tokujin, but they would be suspicious if she tried to stop them. The other three nuns took aim at Tokujin. "Father, protect the innocent souls and send this devil back to the fires of hell," the three of them chorused. Panic gripped Rose's heart. She still didn't know what to do, but she was out of time and had to act now. "Wait!" she screamed. The other three nuns turned and gave her confused looks. "Why?" asked Sister Simpson. "Because," Rose stammered, trying to think up an answer. As usual, she rushed into things without thinking her actions through. However, in this case, she had no other choice. If she hadn't screamed, Tokujin would be dead by now. Being a demon, he was more resilient than humans, thus being nailed to a cross, while unpleasant, wouldn't be lethal. However, there was no way he could protect himself from the sisters' sacred bullets, which were designed to specifically kill demons. Thus she had no choice but to act without a plan. But time to think up an excuse was a luxury she didn't have. Staring at her love nailed to the giant cross, it suddenly came to her. "Look at him! He's nailed to a giant cross! Someone tried to crucify him." "Yeah? So what?" asked Sister Valentine. "It was probably the priest who did it," Sister Rodriguez assumed. "He must have crucified him before succumbing to his injuries." "One more reason to kill this devil," Sister Simpson barked. "Open fire!" "Wait!" Rose screamed again. "What is it?" Sister Simpson angrily demanded. "This whole thing makes no sense," Rose argued. "Why would the priest nail the devil to a cross instead of simply killing him right then and there?" "Probably to weaken the demon so that he couldn't attack him," Sister Valentine assumed. "Then how did he get those injuries?" Rose pointed to the deep gashes across Father Akira's throat and chest. "A devil wouldn't be able to cause such wounds if he were nailed to the cross." Sisters Valentine and Rodriguez lowered their guns and pondered Rose's words for a moment. "She does have a point," Sister Rodriguez conceded. Sister Valentine nodded in agreement. "Obviously he attacked Father Akira first, who then nailed him to the cross," Sister Simpson assumed. Both Sisters Rodriguez and Valentine admitted that Sister Simpson had a point. "Look at the slash marks on the priest's body," Rose said, pointing them out. "No human could survive that. The priest wouldn't have had time to subdue the demon and nail him to the cross with such injuries." "What are you implying, Sister Rose?" Simpson asked. "What if all this is some sort of trap?" "Who would set such a trap?" Sister Simpson asked. "And why?" She didn't know that Jumomaru had set the trap to show Tokujin who the Order and Rose truly were. Jumomaru watched silently from Father Akira's office, using the security cameras to display everything on the late priest's cell phone. While he couldn't hear what they were saying, he could see their guns at the ready. While Rose appeared to be hesitating, Jumomaru knew the other nuns would open fire soon enough, and Rose wouldn't dare stop them. "Now you'll see where your girlfriend's loyalties truly lie, Tokujin," Jumomaru thought. Jumomaru could already imagine what Tokujin would have said were he in the room right now. "For someone who hates humanity for persecuting us, you seem to have no objections in helping them kill one of your own." "I'm sorry you forced me to take such measures, Tokujin," Jumomaru replied in his imaginary conversation. "But since you never learn, I have no choice." "First, I doubt you're truly sorry," Jumomaru imagined Tokujin's retort. "Second, if this is your way of teaching me a lesson, then you're a very lousy teacher. A dead man can't learn from his mistakes." The living stubbornly refuse to learn from their mistakes, Jimomaru mentally countered. At least in death, they won't make them again. But look at it this way. You'll make an excellent martyr to the cause. Jimomaru turned his attention back to the video, waiting for the nuns to deliver the killing blow. Back in the church, the nuns prepared to finish Tokujin off once again. Rose was now panicking. If she did nothing, Tokujin would be dead. But if she stopped them, the cat was out of the bag. There was no way she could explain her way out of saving a demon's life. Rose always feared that this day would come. "Murderers!" a female voice shouted. The four nuns turned to see Anjay standing behind them. They could all sense her magical essence, telling them she was a witch. "Who the hell are you?" Sister Simpson shouted at the strange woman. Judging by her appearance, she assumed she was from Aryavarta, a country where Christians were a minority. "My name's Anjay," the woman replied. "How dare you claim to be servants of God, yet you hunt and kill innocent beings just because they have a mystical force? You think only your spiritual powers come from God, that the rest of us are servants of Satan? But it's you who serve the devil." "Are you the one who crucified him?" Rose pointed to Tokujin. "Now you blame me for your actions?" Anjay retorted. She assumed they had crucified him and were lying about it, trying to blame her. "Are you the one who murdered this priest?" Sister Simpson pointed to Father Akira's body. Anjay looked at the body. It was obvious he was the priest of this church. She assumed he had tried to attack the demon and had been mortally wounded in the process. She then assumed the nuns showed up and had this demon crucified as punishment. "I don't know who murdered this weakling human, and frankly, I don't care. He attacked an innocent man. He got what he deserved." "Innocent," Sister Simpson snorted. "He's a devil," she said, referring to Tokujin. "He attacked a man of the cloth. He got what he deserved. Just as you will, witch." "Just as you four will too," Anjay countered. In the priest's office, Jimomaru watched and wondered who this strange woman was. It was apparent she wasn't with the nuns. He could sense her magical essence. He knew she had to be a sorceress. But who she was and why she showed up was a mystery to him. "Now this is an interesting twist," he thought to himself. I hope you enjoyed my reading a small excerpt from Volume 2 of my Mystical Force series, now available in bookstores and online. Don't forget, if you liked the book, give it a good review. And if you didn't like it, then you hurt my feelings.